They say your eyes are the windows to your soul, but your hands are the storytellers of your life. Have you ever walked out of a salon or finished a home manicure only to realize that the color you chose makes your hands look tired? Or perhaps it emphasizes the veins or those little spots of wisdom we've earned over the years. Most nail trends are designed for 20-year-olds, but today we are throwing those rules out. We aren't hiding our age, we are elevating it. I've curated 7 shades that don't just look nice, they actually change the way your skin tone appears and how your jewelry sparkles. When I say looking rich, I'm not talking about the price of the polish. I'm talking about that quiet luxury, the look of a woman who is polished, intentional, and deeply comfortable in her own skin. Whether you're wearing a $10 white tee or a $500 silk blouse, these colors are the bridge that makes the entire outfit look intentional. Now, let's start with a color that is so subtle, most people won't even realize you're wearing it, but they will notice how healthy and expensive your hands look. I call this the Billionaire's secret, sheer rose. Think of this as the white silk blouse of nail colors. It's not about the pigment, it's about the glow. When we reach 60, our nail beds can sometimes lose that youthful rosy flush. This shade brings it back instantly. It's a translucent milky pink. Think of the inside of a seashell or a very expensive pearl. Unlike a flat, chalky white or a high-voltage neon, a sheer rose acts like a filter. It blurs the ridges on the nail plate and draws the eye away from any hyperpigmentation or blue-toned veins on the back of the hand. It says, I am impeccably groomed without ever looking like you're trying too hard. The beauty of a sheer is that as it grows out, there's no harsh line. You look polished for 3 weeks, not just 3 days. To truly lean into that quiet luxury aesthetic, pair this with your elevated basics. Imagine a crisp white linen tunic or a soft oatmeal-colored cashmere sweater. Because the nail is so understated, it allows the quality of your fabrics to take center stage. This is the ultimate partner for your yellow, gold, and diamonds. If you have a classic wedding set or a gold heirloom watch, a sheer rose doesn't compete with the sparkle. It frames it. It's the backdrop that makes your jewelry look twice as expensive. Pair this with a pair of well-fitted dark wash denim and a classic leather loafer. It's the perfect running errands in the city look that feels incredibly high-end. If you're doing this at home, the secret is in the layers. 1 coat is a whisper, 2 coats is a statement. And remember, the rich look depends on the shape. Keep them short, squoval, and highly buffed. We want them to look like polished glass. If the sheer rose is a whisper, our second color is a very deliberate, sophisticated statement. I call this the architect's greige. It's that perfect moody marriage between a warm beige and a cool stone gray. It's the color of a cashmere coat from a high-end boutique in Milan. At 60, many of us are told to stick to safe pinks, but greige is where the true fashion magic happens. It feels modern, it feels expensive, and it has an air of quiet authority that is incredibly chic. Why it makes you look rich at 60 plus. The genius of greige is its ability to mimic the natural shadows of the hand. Unlike a stark white or a heavy tan, it creates a seamless transition from your skin to the nail. This visually elongates your fingers, giving them a slender, graceful appearance. As we age, our skin can sometimes take on warmer or cooler undertones. Greige is a universal neutral. It balances out redness and creates a clean, blank canvas look that makes your hands appear refreshed and bright. This color was born to be worn with tailored silhouettes. Picture a crisp navy blue blazer, charcoal wool trousers, or a structured trench coat. It's the ultimate office-to-dinner shade. It says you are organized, artistic, and entirely in control. While gold is classic, greige is the absolute best friend for silver, platinum, and white gold. If you love your David Yurman pieces or vintage silver bangles, this color will make those metals pop with a cool crystalline glow. It also looks spectacular next to a single bold emerald or sapphire ring. Because the color is so smooth, pair it with rich textures like suede or pebbled leather in your handbags or gloves. It creates a high contrast look that screams luxury without needing a logo. The secret to pulling off greige at 60 plus is the finish. Avoid a matte top coat here. It can look a bit flat or chalky on mature skin. Instead, go for a high gloss gel-like shine. We want that whetstone look that reflects the light every time you move your hands while speaking. Now we move from the subtle to the iconic. I call this the royal claret. This isn't your granddaughter's bright neon poppy red. This is a deep, soul-stirring burgundy with a hint of blue, the color of a vintage Bordeaux or the velvet curtains in an opera house. There is a reason this color has been a staple of the old money wardrobe for generations. It carries a weight of history and a sense of absolute confidence. When a woman over 60 wears a deep claret, she isn't asking for attention. She already has it. As we mature, our skin can sometimes lose a bit of its natural vibrancy. A blue-based claret acts like a spotlight for your hands. It actually draws out the warmth in your skin tone while making the whites of your nails look brighter and cleaner. Darker, jewel-toned reds are incredibly effective at camouflaging texture. Because the pigment is so saturated, the eye is drawn to the deep, glossy color rather than the fine lines or sunspots we've gathered through a life well lived. If you want to look like you just stepped off a private jet in Aspen, pair your claret nails with an all-white or all-cream ensemble. Imagine a heavy cream turtleneck, ivory trousers, and a matching wool coat. The contrast between the deep wine red and the soft white is the pinnacle of elegance. This is where your pearls and heirloom diamonds shine. There is nothing more classic than a claret manicure holding a strand of pearls. It also pairs beautifully with vintage yellow gold, as the warmth of the gold pulls out the richness of the red. Try pairing this with silk or satin. A navy blue silk blouse or a black velvet blazer with these nails creates a multi-dimensional look that feels expensive and tactile. With a color this bold, the shape is everything. To keep it looking royal rather than vampy, I recommend a classic oval or a soft almond shape. Keep the length moderate. We want the nails to look like precious jewels, not talons. And a little secret, ensure your cuticles are extra hydrated. Dark colors show off the skin around the nail, so a drop of almond oil goes a long way here. Our fourth color is the ultimate breath of fresh air. In the high fashion world, this specific shade is often called cloud dancer. It isn't that harsh, stark, correction fluid white that can look a bit cheap or clinical. Instead, think of the color of sun-bleached Mediterranean villas or a freshly pressed linen sheet. At 60 plus, white can feel intimidating, but the right white is a total game changer. It's the color of a woman who spends her afternoons in a garden or by the coast. It's bright, it's clean, and it feels incredibly modern. A soft, milky white acts like a reflector. It bounces light back onto your skin, which can instantly make your hands look more tanned and vibrant. It's like giving your hands a 10-minute vacation. Nothing says I'm up to date with style like a clean white manicure. It breaks away from the traditional safe nudes and shows that you have a contemporary, discerning eye for fashion. True to its name, this color belongs with natural fibers. Pair it with a loose-fitting linen button-down, a pair of wide-leg cotton trousers, or a beautiful eyelet lace blouse. It grounds busy patterns. If you love a floral print scarf or a paisley tunic, this neutral nail prevents the look from feeling too much. This is the cool girl shade for stacked gold rings. Because the color is so flat and clean, you can afford to be a bit more playful with your jewelry. Layer delicate gold bands or wear a chunky gold link bracelet. It also makes turquoise or coral jewelry look absolutely stunning for a pop of summer color. Pair this with a high-quality straw hat or a raffia tote bag. The texture of the straw against the smooth, milky white nail is a visual match made in heaven. If the architect's greige is the stone exterior of a villa, our fifth color is the warmth you find inside. I call this the Cashmere taupe. This is a sandy, sun-warmed beige with just a drop of mauve hidden inside. At 60, we often look for things that feel expensive but effortless. This is exactly that. It's the color of a high-end camel coat or a pashmina wrapped around your shoulders during a sunset stroll. It's a color that doesn't just look rich, it looks kind. The hint of mauve in a true taupe is vital. It counteracts any yellowing in the nail and brings a healthy, flushed glow to the fingertips. It makes your hands look nourished and cared for. This color is the secret weapon for tonal dressing. Imagine an outfit of varying shades of tan, camel, and cream. A taupe nail provides that middle ground shade that ties a camel hair coat and a silk cream blouse together perfectly. It's a look that says you understand the nuances of color. This is the holy grail for rose gold lovers. The pinkish undertones in the taupe pull the warmth out of rose gold jewelry, making it look incredibly vibrant. It also acts as a beautiful, soft backdrop for champagne diamonds or topaz. Pair this with your most comfortable knitwear. Whether it's a chunky cable knit sweater or a fine gauge cardigan, the soft matte-like finish of a taupe nail complements the texture of wool beautifully. When shopping for this shade, look for a warm taupe rather than a cool one. You want it to look like latte foam, not wet cement. To keep this look feeling rich, ensure your hand cream is part of the ritual. A taupe manicure looks its absolute best when the skin around it is supple and glowing. Think of the nail and the skin as one continuous line of elegance. For our sixth selection, we aren't just choosing a shade, we are choosing a philosophy. We all remember the French manicures of the 90s, those thick, chunky white tips that looked a bit like acrylic paint. But the modern micro-French is something entirely different. Think of this as the bespoke tailoring of the nail world. It involves a sheer, skin-mimicking base with a tip so thin, literally a whisper of color, that it looks like a natural, healthy nail edge. It's the ultimate signifier of a woman who pays attention to the smallest, most refined details. Nothing says luxury quite like precision. The micro-French suggests that you have the time and the taste for a manicure that is executed with mathematical grace. It's clean, it's crisp, and it never looks dated. As we age, the smile line of our natural nail can become uneven. By painting a razor-thin micro-tip, less than 1 millimeter, you create a perfectly symmetrical frame for the finger. It acts like a mini lift for the hands, making them look symmetrical, tidy, and decades younger. Because this look is so clean, it is the perfect partner for your high-end casuals. Picture a perfectly fitted pair of dark indigo denim, a crisp white t-shirt made of heavy Pima cotton, and a classic navy blue cardigan thrown over your shoulders. It says you are polished even on your off days. This is the time to let your rings be the star of the show. Because the nail design is so minimal, it doesn't compete with complex jewelry. If you have a multi-stone ring, a unique artistic band, or a large heirloom sapphire, the micro-French provides the quiet background that allows the gems to sing. Try a silver or chrome microtip instead of white. A tiny sliver of metallic at the very edge of the nail acts like a piece of jewelry itself, especially if you love wearing mixed metal bracelets. The secret here is the base color. You want a nude that perfectly matches your nail bed. Not too pink, not too beige. And the tip? It should be so thin that you almost can't see it from a distance. If you're doing this at home, use a very fine detailing brush, the kind used for oil painting, to swipe the edge. It's about the suggestion of a tip, not the declaration of one. We've arrived at our final color, and it's the one that separates the followers from the icons. I call this the jewel tone navy. For years, many of us were told that dark colors were too harsh for mature hands. But I'm here to tell you that black might be harsh, but navy is magic. Navy is a receding color. Because of its cool undertones, it actually makes the skin on your hands look brighter and more translucent. It acts as a stunning contrast that makes your skin tone look even and luminous, rather than sallow. Navy nails are the ultimate companion for monochromatic navy dressing. Imagine a navy silk blouse tucked into navy wool trousers with a matching leather belt. It creates a column of color that is incredibly slimming and sophisticated. It also looks breathtaking against a camel hair coat. That classic navy and tan combination is the hallmark of equestrian chic. This is the golden opportunity. Navy and yellow gold are one of the most expensive looking color combinations in existence. Whether it's a chunky gold chain necklace or a stack of gold bangles, the navy provides a deep, dark backdrop that makes the gold look like it's glowing from within. It also makes diamonds look incredibly white and crisp. Pair this with a classic beige trench coat and an animal print scarf. The navy nail adds a cool, modern touch to these traditional pieces, preventing the outfit from feeling too stuffy. The secret to navy is the depth. You want a near black blue. Something that looks blue in the sunlight, but deep and mysterious in the evening. And because dark colors show every chip, this is the time to invest in a high-quality gel polish or a long-wear top coat. We want these to look like 10 perfectly polished sapphires. Keep the length short and rounded to maintain that approachable elegance. We've traveled from the quietest whispers of rose to the bold depths of midnight navy, but I want to leave you with one final secret. The rich look isn't actually about the brand of polish you buy. It's about the finish. At 60 and beyond, our skin thrives on light. The secret ingredient to every single one of these colors is a high-gloss, glass-like top coat. That reflection is what gives your hands a youthful, hydrated glow. It tells the world that you value yourself enough to take that extra 5 minutes for the finishing touch. Now I have to know, which of these 7 shades is calling your name? Are you staying in the quiet luxury of the sheer rose, or are you feeling bold enough for the jewel tone navy? Tell me your favorite in the comments. I read every single one of them. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our community here at Elegant After 60. We're building a space where style and wisdom go hand in hand. Until next time, stay elegant, stay wise, and I'll see you in the next video.